This is a story where I interviewed the new marching band director for the University of Utah, whose name is Brian Sproul. Autumn is football season, but it's also marching band season. The band is made up of 140 musicians and 26 dancers who rehearse for an hour and a half every school day. When Dr. Brian Sproul took over the band last year, he had a vision for its future.
I'd really like our band to be considered nationally one of the strongest, largest, and most respected bands in the country.
Ryan Sinner, instructor for the drumline, worked with Dr. Sproul last year and likes his style.
He's actually, in my opinion, has a better understanding of what the drumline needs versus the band. There's been more than once that I'll be saying something to drumline and I'll turn around and he's saying the exact same thing to the band.
For example?
The entire band practices with the metronome or the Dr. beat. In the past, the drumline would, but the band never did. They were almost afraid of it.
Dr. Sproul made some changes to the band's pregame show.
He changed elements of pregame for the first time in many, many years. The drums would play and everybody else would run on it. But Brian came in and said, we're going to totally redo this and we're going to do it in a more modern way and take use of the video screen board and just use the technology that was available to make it a little bit more modern and more interesting. And now we don't play at all, everybody just runs in.
Dr. Sproul's focus as a director is good performance and growth from his students.
The most efficient way to become a better player is to not be the best at what you do, to constantly find people that are going to push you and challenge you.
This is Dave Sohm for Newsbreak. In this story, the University of Utah hosted a community dialogue about religion and sexuality. On October 22nd, the University of Utah hosted a discussion on religion and sexuality. It was not a lecture or panel discussion, but a dialogue, where audience members interacted with each other and spoke about their experiences. Participants came from a diverse background, including homosexuals, bisexuals, Catholics, Mormons, and agnostics. Nick Musso is one of the organizers of the event. He said that the goal was just to get a group of people together.
A lot of the people that I found out that day in class, their writing teacher said, hey, you go to the dialogue, you get extra credit, which is awesome.
Heather Colson conducts group therapy sessions in her job and says that they are useful because
they allow people to get their feelings out in a safe environment.
As a former LDS missionary, Wayne Walker appreciates that sense of safety.
I've been mugged, shot at, all that sort of stuff for just telling people what I believed. So it was nice to be able to do that and have no hostility. No incoming bullets, that's correct.
This first discussion was never really focused on any one aspect of religion and sexuality, but the organizers think that more dialogues are possible.
Yeah, I hope, at least with this event, that people will start to spread the word a little bit more and that we can continue to do a series of these dialogues.
This is Dave Sohm for Newsbreak. In this story, I found out how graduation commencement speakers are chosen for the University of Utah.
With us today.
This year's commencement speaker at the University of Utah is John Huntsman, Jr. I asked Laura Snow, who is an assistant to President Young, how the speakers are selected.
Basically, the selection of the commencement speaker is the president's prerogative. So President Young has given this considerable thought. He always tries to find a speaker that will be both inspiring to the graduating class, but also somebody that the faculty and audience members would be interested in hearing as well.
Why did President Young pick Ambassador Huntsman specifically?
He felt like the governor, now ambassador to China's message would be an interesting one for students, particularly with the emphasis that the university's been putting lately on international kinds of initiatives in the global marketplace. Who better than a person who's now sitting in the most important diplomatic position that our country has?
When President Young has made a decision, he runs it by the university's Board of Trustees.
So the president, in consultation with the board, will discuss his ideas for a commencement speaker because he wants the board to feel comfortable in giving them an honorary doctorate, and it's the Board of Trustees' prerogative to be able to grant the honorary doctorate degree.
When the speaker agrees to come out, the only compensation they get is an honorary doctorate degree and a view of Utah's beautiful mountains.
And we have not been in the habit of paying. We have not paid commencement speakers.
Some other commencement speakers have included author and historian David McCullough.
I deeply appreciate the high tribute of this honorary degree and the singular privilege of addressing this spectacular gathering.
Mario Capecchi,
I know it was a lot of work, but it was well worth it. I also want to congratulate the proud, the relieved, and hopefully not too debt-ridden parents. This is your day for celebration also.
And LDS church leaders Gordon B. Hinckley and Thomas S. Monson. This is Dave Sohm for Newsbreak.